Hi foodies, welcome back to my channel. Today we are making omelets. So there are different types of omelets, guys. There's a French omelet, frittata, souffle is basically an omelet too. We are gonna be making the American style, the one that we're used to. Pretty simple, pretty easy. And I have been getting a lot of messages on my Instagram asking me, how do you do your omelet so beautifully? Well, I will be showing you how I get those done. And guys, omelets are supposed to be fun, so make sure you're ready to have some fun. They're supposed to be customizable, so get your ingredients that you love ready to go. And it's gonna be pretty easy, okay? Let's get into it. Now you want to think about the fillings and have those prepped and ready to go. So your cheese, you could add green onions, white onions. I have a little butter there. I have bell peppers here. There's some spinach, and the spinach can be shredded, or it could be cut, it could be chopped because it cooks really fast. And there's some ham or turkey. So first thing is your non-stick pan. Melt some butter in there. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna saute my fillings. So sometimes I honestly just throw the fillings into the beaten eggs and just go ahead with that. But I enjoy my omelet more when I saute these a little bit in the butter, because you know that cooking them in the butter adds more flavor, right? So just lightly, remember that these things are cut small, so they won't take long to cook. So just give them a quick little saute and you are good. There are so many options as far as fillings, guys. I like mushrooms too. I like to add some Scotch bonnet pepper. There's so many things, but I'll be showing you what I did today. As far as your flame, make sure that your flame is not too high. You want it medium heat, low to medium, okay? So I have beaten eggs here. There is no salt, no pepper, no milk, just eggs. Sometimes I add a few pieces of butter in there, but today it's just plain beaten eggs, and you want to make sure you beat those thoroughly. Okay, so you're gonna allow this to set a little bit, okay? And I like to add my little pieces of butter in there because butter is richness and flavor, and yeah, you don't have to, but I do sometimes. So you see the sides now, they are gonna be setting real slowly. So you push that up and then you tilt your pan so that the raw eggs can run down and hit the surface of the pan and get cooked. Push that up, see, tilt the pan, let the raw eggs hit the surface of the pan, and just do it again. See, so you're just gonna continuously do that, and the omelet is gonna look a little bit wrinkled or more wrinkled if your pot is small. This little pan I'm using is pretty tiny, but I like it because I get such a cute little shape. Okay, so tilt, allow the raw eggs to run off. If it's not running off, listen, I just use my spatula and scrape it down gently. There you go. See, your egg is basically like 3/4 or more of the way cooked. Okay, so when the egg looks almost cooked, like literally you just need a few more seconds, then you can add the cheese. Okay, I'm going in with bits of cheddar and some jack cheese. Use some Monterey jack. Use whatever cheese you like. Don't use too much though, okay? If I'm ever making omelets and the eggs don't look cooked enough, I just cover this and it's over low heat. Allow the egg to steam a little bit. and then take the cover off, and now it's time to fold. You want to gently slide the spatula under the egg and just fold it gently and give it a gentle press, a gentle tap, so everything can stick together. And that's it guys. See, low to medium heat will give you a beautiful golden color, because you don't want to see the omelette burnt. Slide that into your plate and that's it. You're done. It's good to go. All right, I'm just gonna do another one. Okay, remember that omelets are supposed to be fun and customizable, so each one you make, just make it to suit the person who's gonna eat it. Okay. You guys notice I don't cook the fillings for too long. Okay, then pour in a little of the beaten eggs. You don't want to pour too much to fill up the pan, because remember, once we start to tilt it and move it around, it's gonna get bigger. Okay, so what do? Allow it to set. While it's setting, you can add some herbs. You could add black pepper, you could add some salt. It just depends on who's gonna be eating this omelette. Also be careful with that salt, because the cheese might come with a lot of salt. Okay. Once you see the edges starting to firm up just a little bit, we push. So we're going to use the spatula to push the edge of the omelette into the center, towards the center of the pan, then tilt and allow the raw egg to run down and hit the surface of the pan. Okay, do the same thing, just keep repeating that process. And if you feel like it's not running down fast enough for you, just use the spatula, scrape down some of that raw egg and let it hit the surface of the pan. No problem. Okay, good. See, that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to scrape down that raw egg, let it hit the surface of the pan. Because remember, if it doesn't hit the pan, it's not being cooked, right? So scrape it down gently, of course. Be gentle when you're doing this. Okay, this is why you might have to get up a little early, so that you don't have to rush. Everybody has their preference as far as doneness of the eggs, but you will know when the egg is cooked, because it won't be runny anymore and everything will firm up nicely. And remember what I said, if you look at the omelette and it looks raw, just cover the pot and let it steam a little bit. Okay, so I think you guys got it right. So see, we have two beautiful little omelets. You can use a bigger pan if you want. I like to use the smaller pans because you get that nice fluffy omelet versus a big flat omelet. Okay, that's why I like to use smaller pans. Okay, so I think you guys got it, but I'm gonna do it one last time. So the same pan here, same pan, I have butter. I'm gonna go in with the fillings and go through the steps again. So here we go with the steps. We saute our fillings gently. Remember that it's best to cut them in tiny pieces. However, with spinach, you see those two leaves there, those were just chopped. That's fine with spinach because spinach does not take long to cook. So just be aware of the type of ingredients you're using. All right. pour in the eggs, make sure your heat is low to medium. Medium is good. If you feel like your stove is extra hot, then do low, okay? And adjust your heat. You don't want to hear a loud sizzle. The louder the sizzle, that means the pot is too hot, okay? We want this to set. So now you let the edges set. You'll see them start to get a little white, see there? So let that set, but not too long. You don't want to see the center cooking. You want the edges to start setting a little bit. Then you push that spatula in there, gently slide everything to the center, tilt the pan, let everything run down, and just keep doing that around the entire omelette until the center is cooked nicely. Sometimes the reason you might burn an omelette is because you're not doing this step. You just pour the eggs in the pan and then leave it. So you have to let the omelette sit for so long in order for the center to start to cook. But if you do this step where you're tilting the pan, allowing those raw eggs to run down and sliding them over with your spatula if they don't want to run down, like what I'm doing now. See, I'm just taking off the raw eggs off of there, pushing them onto the surface of the pan. Yeah, if you do that, then you'll allow it to cook without burning. Add your cheese. That's our next step. You put it on one side, okay? Just add it on one half of the omelette, and then you can gently flip. You've got to be gentle, guys, all right, or else the whole thing is just gonna break up. Remember, at this point, if you feel like you want these eggs to cook a little bit longer, put on the pot cover over low heat, let them steam. Then you can move on to the other step of folding it over. There you have it, guys, a beautiful omelette. It's so delicious. It has so many different flavors. That's the kind of omelette I love. Let me know in the comment section if you're just an egg and cheese person or if you love a lot of veggies too. And please try this and let me know how you like the tips that I gave you. All right, thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.